This goes back to the two previous videos. I'll leave the link in the description, and here we go. So the reason why I'm not talking to you is because I want nothing to do with you. You made a fool of yourself Thursday, and you wonder why I don't want to be in a relationship with you. The reason why I haven't contacted you since then is because I want nothing to do with you. The moment I left your place Thursday, I fucking said that's enough. I ended our relationship. You wonder why I didn't stay, because I'm not going to stay in a fucking room that you've trashed, that fucking smells and you don't clean. I put up with you for far too long. A day later, I decided to be in a relationship with someone that actually means a lot to me. Someone that doesn't smoke, someone that doesn't drink, someone that doesn't do drugs, someone that doesn't beat up their kids, someone that doesn't be cruel to their animals. You live in filth. You have dog shit, cat shit in your house. You cannot clean a fucking dish to save you. You don't even fucking wash your dishes. Your house is atrocious. No animal or kids should live in that sort of environment. The fact that even at the cinemas you called 3 underage girls a bunch of sluts. We went down to sit down and the first thing you said is don't sit next to those little sluts. That's disgusting behaviour. And the fact you show no respect for me throwing popcorn and fucking shit at me in the cinemas. You trash the cinemas just like you trash your house. And you think it's okay. You're not a very good person. Your anger is disgusting to a point where you need help. You need to be locked away in a padded cell. You're lucky Housing Trust hasn't kicked you out, because if I was Housing Trust, I would have kicked you out ages ago. You've destroyed that house. You're a bad person. You're a bad human being. The fact that you put your hands on your kids, you don't even get up. You're home almost 24/7 and you can't even clean your own house. And don't give bipolar an excuse, because it's not. I know people that have got bipolar and fucking other mental issues and they're not as bad as you. You're literally the worst person I've ever met. And no wonder why your cousin and your friend that used to live there called you a psycho, because you are. You're dangerous. I'm even worried that you fucking even come after my partner and me. You're lucky that I haven't called the police on you for your behaviour on Thursday. And the fact you said you smelt death, you didn't even look after your dogs. They were out in the heat all day, probably no water and no shelter. You don't care about anyone but yourself. And then you put the guilt trip on, oh, but I have this excuse. You make excuses. You're home 24/7 and you can't even clean up your house. And you said to me, is that a patch rash on your chin? Well, number one, when I was in a relationship with you, I was faithful the whole fucking time. And no, it's not a fucking patch rash. It's fucking when I have a skin problem. I shave a lot. And yeah, I don't know how you called that a patch rash. Even everyone said, what the fuck are you on? Now, the good thing about my partner is she trusts me and she's faithful. You know, she actually gets up and, does the right thing in life. Whereas you keep hocking your phone for cash where you don't know where your money goes. Maybe you should get off the fucking marijuana. Maybe you should get off the drugs. You're schizo. You're not beautiful. Your teeth are shocking. And every time you get angry, you froth at the mouth. You don't shave your armpits. They're fucking disgusting. You eat like a pig. You don't even look after your body. But you want to complain and be sick all the time. Fuck you. Like I said, you're a very bad person. And you said if I ever broke up with you, it's my loss. My loss? Excuse me? Coming from a bitch that can't even have personal hygiene, your washing is piled to nearly the ceiling. Your house smells like feces and shit and rubbish. Your room is so trashed because you've got too many things connected to it. Like, you wonder why your thing was cutting out the other week? Because you've got everything connected to a PowerPoint. That PowerPoint, it's going to catch fire. I don't think you should ever have kids ever again. I don't think you should have any kids. They should be taken away from you. You should be locked up in a padded cell or a mental asylum. After tonight, you will not be able to contact me. You're blocked on everything. but I'm giving you this opportunity. And if you come anywhere near me or my partner, I will call the police on you. But then again, you're used to that anyway, aren't you? At the end of the day, people know who you are now. And even they said you're the most craziest person they've ever heard. What you do to your kids, what you do in your everyday life in your house is disgusting. You had a good guy in me, but you fucked up. I felt sorry for you. But like I said, my new partner is amazing. She spoils me rotten. And unlike you, is absolutely beautiful. You're a disgusting human being. And don't put the suicide shit on me or all that crap, because if you don't want to be on this earth, that's not... I'm not going to shed a tear. No one will. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Wow. That actually burnt my finger because I had to hold it down there for so long. Alright, so I'll give it a couple minutes to send and then I'll block it. But I'll go back and, if you haven't already, let's have a look if we can do split screen. Alright. Just give me a sec. Because then you guys can see what the videos have been about before this one. Because you might want to have a little dig. We'll just give a little... Alright, so we'll go here. I still have that other girl in my head. Alright, so... Alright, let's see if we can... I haven't done this for a while, so... Oh, there we go. Wait. There we go. We'll do it that way. And then we'll go play. Since I posted the relationship video, and a lot has changed. That's why there's part 2. Now, what you're about to hear is disturbing, shocking, traumatic, and I had to deal with it all 3 days ago. It was about that anyway. So, since the last vid, when I did that last vid, I broke up with a person 3 weeks ago, yeah? And I was having doubts, like, oh, did I do the right thing? Did I, maybe didn't give the relationship a good chance? But now I realise that I should never even know this person existed. So, what I'm about to say is not for the... I don't know exactly when we got back together, but we got somehow we got back together, and we went on a few dates and stuff. Nothing much has changed from her end. She was still the same person I said in the previous vid. There'll be a link for on your screen. And I was like, okay. Then Thursday hit of last week, a few days ago, where I've never in my life, and I have been around the wrong sort of people, even this year, but what I saw on Thursday was the final straw. So it started off, it was a very hot day. It was one of the hottest days of the year here. And I was like, didn't really want to drive all the way to go pick up the person, and, I had no idea what was going on the whole time. First we were supposed to go to the movies, and then I rang her up, and then she was angry at her son or something and fucking going off, and I was like, oh my god. So I drove down there, then get told, oh yeah, now we are going to the movies. The movie starts at 12:30. I'm like, oh great. Put me on the spot. Terrific. She was arguing with her son about something, and it wasn't fun. I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was quite good. And just kept going on, and then in the car, I actually felt a bit. So, skip too much then. So at the cinemas when we got there, when we sat down, because it's allocated seats, I go to sit down. She goes, "Why are you sitting next to those little sluts?" These are three girls that are under probably 15 years old, and dressed appropriately too, but says that. And then during the movie, he's throwing popcorn and food at me and her son. Wouldn't shut up during the movie. Fucking tried to give me a hand job in the movie too. Like, what the fuck? Like, anyways. She, oh shit. Let me just pause this for a second. I mean, that behaviour just at the movies is just absolutely disgusting. Like, how do you... I don't know how you can condone stuff like that, to be fair. But I thought that was bad. And then all through the relationship, it was just her screaming and screaming and screaming. Just absolutely flipping. She's hit both her kids multiple times in front of me. She abuses her dogs. You couldn't even breathe in fresh air in that house because there's one aircon and it's in her room, and she's got everything turned on in there to a point where there's like two TVs in there. Those lights, you know, those flickering lights that I sometimes have. If you don't realise those lights there, if you leave them on for a certain amount of time, the bit where it's connected, it will heat up. And yeah, like there's just too many things plugged in there, and she's gonna blow a fuse. You can't even walk in the room. The day that she wanted me to stay, because she just went and smashed everything she could. She picked up everything. She made sure that she picked up glass and smashed it down the corridor. So you couldn't walk in her room. Her bed is like the pillows are black almost. They're fucking disgusting. I don't know when the mattress was last clean. And that's pretty much like most of them in the house. They're all black. The walls are all covered in dust and texture and drawn on. Like all the walls are drawn on. Her kitchen, you walk in there, there's dishes being piled up for months. There's fucking animal feces on the floor in there too. And it's just a sort of area where you don't want to sit. And especially on hot days, she's got 3 dogs and 5 cats. And one of the dogs has like chewed up her couch and she doesn't care. She lives in a pigsty. The amount of flies in that house and the smell is absolutely disgusting. Physically, she didn't do anything by me. But there was times where she was going psychotic to a point where, what happens if I get hit, you know? She'll literally hit anybody. She doesn't care what age or what gender. She'll hit anybody. I heard that there's been a few people that have made police calls to her, child services to her, housing SA to her, and she'll get what's coming to her sooner or later. Someone said to me that she had more than 3 kids, so I only saw 2 in the house, and one I know that she made up a story that one of her exes took the kid away. I don't blame them, but apparently there could even be another 2 out there that got taken away from her. So, do I result this in drugs? I don't know, because like I've dated people with bipolar and stuff, and their actions and druggies never been to a point where it's schizo. Like literally just picks up anything, smash, 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 and fully smashing it. I don't think that anyone's really safe around her, to be fair. I will oh shit, I've got to say, I don't even know if she'll even get that message because she's always hocking her phone, so you never know. If she does get it, whoo. But yeah, I hope that everything goes well. But yeah, I could not believe her behavior. Like, saying that I'm just trying to find if there's any old conversations that, but I obviously probably deleted them off the phone because I didn't want anything to to remember her by. But I'm just trying to read. Okay. I'm just going through the messages. Because I reckon I can get to one where she's absolutely... I think I've nearly got up to her. It was... Oh, hang on. I just want to see if I can hear it. So I went back and listened to some of the stuff. It's a shame I fucking can't post it on here. Wow. Just snaps. Just randomly snaps. Thinks that just because, you know, everyone has to evolve or go around her orbit, you know what I mean? Like, everyone has to drop everything and do it for her. Mind you, this person just sits on her ass and does nothing. And you think, if you're in a house all day, wouldn't you clean it up? You've got no job, you got no friends, you got nothing. And you live in pigsty, why wouldn't you clean it up? You say you're a good mother, but you let the kids live in filth. But yes, if she found out who I was dating, wow, it would be, yeah, very interesting. As you can see, I didn't cheat on her in that relationship because I could have, but I said, no, I'm not going to stoop to that level. Like I said, don't know what's going on. Don't care, to be fair. I mean, I've seen on Facebook no changes, so I guess both the phones are probably hocked by now. The thing that I say in a relationship is, if you can't contact the person you're in a relationship with, then what's the point of being in a relationship? Like, she was one of those people that half the time I didn't even know if she had a phone on her. And when she goes and hocks her phone for cash, I can kind of see a pattern here. What if... Because she's got like multiple Facebooks, like 10 something on Facebook. I reckon what happens is she makes a Facebook on her phone and then eventually doesn't pay for the phone to get back, and then it stays in there. She starts a new Facebook, starts a new one. I can't understand how someone can live their life like that, just every day hocking their phone and, you know, complaining they got no money, but they don't spend money. Like, she doesn't spend anything that I've seen in that whole time. It's mostly been marijuana and rarely food. And even when she puts food in the fridge, it goes moldy. And she complains she's always sick. Well, when you look at the room and the state of the house, it's just fucked. But, yeah, glad I did this video. Glad I got to tell you exactly what I said. People are going to be like, you shouldn't do it on Christmas Day. You shouldn't do this. Look, listen to me here, you motherfuckers that are so soft and sensitive about things. So you think it's alright for anyone to beat the crap out of their kids, call underage girls little sluts, animal cruelty, someone that should be in jail, and you want to think that's okay? Don't blame mental health on this, because she's obviously mixing her medication with something, because I've seen it with my own eyes. Like, one day when the day that she was snapping, I went through her drawers because I'm thinking this is not just marijuana here, because marijuana doesn't do that. Bipolar just doesn't do that. This was, I swear, something else. So I went through. I reckon she's mixing a medication and all this, because there's a lot of medication in there. Plus, you know, you mix it with marijuana and possibly alcohol. Yeah. Even her own daughter said, "Mum, cut the drinking." And her response was, "Don't you tell me what to fucking do, you little bitch. I'm allowed to fucking drink as much as I want." And I think 3 or 4 beers in, she was throwing up in the car. Like, she was really sick. And I'm like, and then complaining of constipation and stuff. She had like all day just throwing up. And I was just like, oh, for fuck's sake. But when she put the edema in, that's when it flushed her out, which was good, I suppose. But she was literally full of shit, literally. But yeah, I'm glad I got to make this video. I'll leave the other 2 vids, 2 corners of your screen and stuff. I'm fine now, but like I said, it was very traumatic a week ago. Like, don't forget, it happened less than a week ago. We are Christmas Day. It's Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Okay, it did exactly a week ago it happened. Oh, fuck me. So Merry Christmas. Most importantly, I'm going to go play Fortnite now. And yeah, just be aware, guys. This isn't like a vengeful thing. Like, this is, I just needed to explain what's going on. So check the previous 2 vids and you understand why I don't need to go through this. At my age, I don't need to go through this shit. It's too traumatic. It's too fucking bullshit. I need to be with someone that's stable. Someone that's, you know, doesn't do drugs. Doesn't do marijuana. Because, like, the smoking for me, like, because I don't smoke, if I'm around that sort of environment, it makes me sick. And she didn't care. Anyways, I hope you'll have a lovely Christmas, and I'll talk to you all soon.